All right, welcome back. It's another edition of Ram Country Conversations across the social networks here of Colorado State Athletics. Brian Roth, voice of the Rams, with you. And we're happy to be joined by Kamal-Craig Golaube. He's a senior sprinter and hurdle guy for the Colorado State Track and Field team. Of course, a ton of Mountain West Conference championships for those guys. Hey, Kamal, thanks so much. Appreciate you joining us here. And here we are. School's back in session. You're back on campus. What's it like to be back after last semester in the spring was cut short, and here you are back, with still some of those COVID-19 concerns?
It's actually really nice to see everybody back on campus. I'm happy to see that everybody's actually wearing their mask and social distancing, especially with the in class, which is really nice. It kind of gives it it's not like the full college experience, but I mean, it's still it's feels amazing just to be back on campus. So I'm happy about that. Definitely a lifestyle change of wearing masks all the time, which is totally fine. And if it's for our health, hey, we just got to do it in order to stay on campus and have the accessibility of just seeing everybody around. So it's a change, but not too bad.
I'll tell you what, it's really an unprecedented time right now. Of course, they're going through a pandemic for the first time in 100 years, the first time in a lifetime. Then you have some of the social unrest that is mixed in there as well. So it really is a unique time for everybody. But you're part of that student-athlete advisory committee, and you're the director of diversity and inclusion. So I know you have a unique perspective on all this. Can you talk a little bit about that and about some of the conversations that are being had?
Yeah, absolutely. So being the director of diversity and inclusion, my role is just kind of getting all the information about what's happening around campus and trying to spread that throughout the athletic department. There's a lot of a whole bunch of stuff that's happening, especially that happened worldwide and throughout the nation and stuff. So just trying to get some information and gather all that with different ways to support, different ways to be an ally. Just gathering all those resources to provide to anybody who needs them and just spread the word out there. And so that's just my role. And there's just a whole bunch that's going on. I'm also part of the Together initiative that the athletic department also put out. So that's pretty awesome that they're taking the step and to work towards making CSU athletics a very diverse and inclusive campus and department as well.
Yeah, clearly the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is probably more important than it has ever been. Talk about your position and how it's helped you grow, not only as a student athlete, but as a person in general.
So it's actually, this is a brand new position. I'm actually thankful for it, and thankful for everybody else who's on SAAC, because they've also are able to help me grow, I would say. But pretty much it's amazing. I would say it's definitely good to see the inside of what the athletic department is doing, especially since this is such a student athlete run organization. We can make changes, and we can, I won't say the word demand, but put the ideas out there to the executive staff in the athletic department to see and let them know that what the student athletes are thinking about, especially because since obviously CSU is a predominantly white institution, it's really good to have that inclusive and diversity aspect to it as well. So that's something that I bring to SAAC and the athletic department in that kind of sense.
All right, Kamal, final thought before we let you run. And the outdoor track and field season was canceled this past spring, obviously with the COVID-19 and the pandemic. The indoor season's gonna be starting up in the winter, and then hopefully a fall coming up next spring. But so much uncertainty. We still don't know what the winter's going to hold. We don't even know what really next week is going to hold these days. But give me an idea of your training schedule and how you're trying to prepare for the uncertainty of a possible upcoming season.
Yeah, absolutely. So with classes being online, there's a whole bunch of flexibility right now for my practice and training. So next week, we actually will start practicing with our groups. Unfortunately, the people who haven't gotten their physicals or their COVID testing, they're not able to practice with us, but the people who've already got those initiatives and protocols done, we are able to practice. So it's just trying to, stay healthy, trying to get back into a routine, especially since classes are online, and just having that mentality. And I would say, well, that word, oh, I can't think of the word right now, but just being structured, I guess, trying to find that structure in
Sure.
scheduling practice times and ensuring that I'm getting the right treatment, and making sure I'm eating at the right times. And so everything's looking pretty good. I'm super excited for the year. It's definitely going to be different, but at the same time, it's something that is, it's track and field. Like, we can go outside and run anywhere. Like, we don't necessarily need a track, but having a track would be really nice.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, I'm looking forward to the year. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm actually super excited to see what is gonna happen. But with the uncertainty of everything, we just gotta be ready whenever the opportunity presents itself. So whenever that track opens or whenever our season comes, just know that we all on the track and field team are gonna be ready to get some PRs and hopefully win another championship title.
Well, there's been a lot of championship titles on West for Colorado State track and field, and of course headed by Brian Bedard. Hey, Kamal, thanks so much. Appreciate you taking a couple of minutes out of your busy schedule. And yeah, we hope to see you on the track sooner than later. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's one of the best hurdlers in the Mountain West Conference, Kamal-Craig Golaube with Colorado State Track and Field. That'll do it for Ram Country Conversations. I'm Brian Roth, the voice of the Rams.